Hello everyone, my name's Nina Chung and today I'm going to be showing you how to install some really awesome Hush Hush clip-ins. This is such a cool and awesome addition to any hairstyle, especially if you're a person who wants to, let's say, add some volume to your hair, maybe just enhance your look. It can be for anything as simple as day-to-day looks to fancying up yourself for a night on the town. Katie is our model today and we're so thankful to have her here. It's good to start out with a clean canvas of hair, including the clip-ins in areas where you'd like to see more fullness in your hair. So what I like to do is kind of assess where Katie wears her natural part, and then we just kind of go in and build upon that and we install the clip-ins around that. Because Katie likes to see a lot of fullness in the front part of her hair, which adding fullness to the front of your hairstyle really creates a really classic look that is kind of timeless and really beautiful. You can't ever go wrong with that. Sometimes if you see someone and they have extensions, or even if they have their natural hair and their hair is kind of full in the back and more whimsy around the face, their haircut kind of lacks structure. And so Katie's natural hair texture is relatively fine to medium, and her hair is straight. And so for some people, they have difficulty getting things like clip-ins to stay when that's the canvas of their hair. The clips that we're going to be using, they have 3 clips on them. So what I'll do is kind of line that up with her head, and we're going to start kind of at the top of the nape area here. And I'll see that there's going to be 3 clips. So I'll just go in and section off a small area. And what you can do so that the clip-in will stay better is kind of back comb. You'll use a fine tooth comb and kind of back comb in that area so that you give the clips a better canvas to stick onto. And you don't have to do it across your entire head. And I used to be very afraid of back combing because I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be so ratty and you're not going to be able to get it out. But it's not that intense. So the same way that you put it in, you can just gently remove it. So you just kind of back comb slightly in these areas, and you don't have to do this for everyone. This is just if your cuticle is really smooth and sleek and your hair is prone to not holding on to the clip-ins. And this is just kind of like a spray that has a workable hold. And you'll just kind of dab it in those areas so that that can kind of stay as it is. So the clip-ins are kind of like a pop method. So it's got a curvature, and you would just go in, pop them open, easy as 1, 2, 3, and then you install them right in the areas where you back combed. So you put the first one in and you pop it against the head, and it's something you could totally do on your own. So you don't have to feel like I need to go to a beautician to do this. And voila, just like that, it's in, and it's undetectable. And so just to give an idea of how great it is, so we've put the first layer in. If you just parted down a small veil of hair on top of it, it's completely hidden just like that. And then just like that, just from just installing one portion, you've gotten some additional length and some much needed volume. If you are a person who has a deep natural part that kind of comes to the crown of your head, you will want to stay away from applying the clip-ins directly in the back center of your head so that the tracks won't show. The track is what the hair is attached with. Instead of applying it directly across the back portion of your head, you'll just apply it on the sides. And we're going to focus on the left side first. And you'll also kind of leave a veil of hair out along your hairline so that it looks very natural and seamless in the front as well. And it's not difficult at all. This is something that's totally user-friendly that you could fully accomplish at home on your own, even if you weren't a professional. The items that you would use are a few clips, some hairspray, and a comb. That's all you need, really. And then depending on what your styling choice is, you'll probably need a flat iron or a curling iron to create the finished product. And so again, just do a slight bit of back combing, just in the area where you intend to put the clip. And this is not always a requirement. So don't feel like you have to do this or that this is too complicated. This is just what I choose to do to get a better hold for Katie's hair. And again, just like we did before, we're going to go in and pop out the clips so that they're in an open position so that you'll be able to install the clips. Because sometimes if you don't do that portion first and you just try to install them, it's not going to go very easy and it's not going to be secure. And if you are doing it for the first time, it would be totally easy to just pick it up and try to do it that way, not realizing that there's an additional step that comes before that. And as you're going, because some people may not need the entire 2 sets of clip-ins, sets meaning the entire amount that comes in the box. You just want to put them in and kind of see what's happening with regard to the density of the hair. So every time you add an additional amount, you can bring the hair down and just see how it's looking. And as you can see, just from just adding 2 pieces, the fullness has just amplified tremendously. This is so amazing. This, and not to say that your natural beauty is not important and amazing, but this is something that you can really use if you want to maybe just enhance your look or boost your confidence, you know, and it's something that you can do on your own, you know, without needing to seek out the assistance of a professional or without doing something that takes a wealth of effort. And so we'll go in again and lift and back comb. And always remember, again, this is an optional portion. If you have hair that's thick or hair that's medium to coarse texture, this is not a step that's necessary. It just is a great insurance for if you have hair that's medium to fine. And also, I definitely recommend taking these out at night, only because with the tossing and turning of sleeping, the clips in your hair can be a little bit of a unneeded stress that you're adding onto your hair. So the same thing as we did the other 2 times, pop them open, easy as 1, 2, 3, and install. Sorry, Katie. And the hair is just transforming right before our eyes. Once you've done this a couple times, you'll be able to do it with your eyes closed without even needing to be so much in the mirror. And I'm going to spin Katie around slightly just so you can get a sense of one side with and one side without. And this is after adding 3 clips. And so I'm going to go in and do the same thing on the other side. If you have a large section that has no clips at all and your hair is relatively short or blunt, it will blend better if you take the clip-ins up higher in the position on your head. For Katie, her hair is a perfect canvas for installing clip-ins because her hair doesn't have a blunt cut at the ends. But in a later video, I will show ways to naturally blend your hair with extensions if your hair has a blunt cut at the end. When your hair is parted in the center, sometimes it can cause someone to look at you and determine if your face is asymmetrical, and they don't even realize that they're weighing your beauty for each side of the face. Versus when you have a side part, it just gives them the opportunity to see you with this kind of romantic, flirtatious looking hairstyle. And one side of your face is a little covered, so it's kind of alluring. So it is attractive. Because Katie has some finer hairs in the front, sometimes people refer to them as baby hairs. You don't want to clip any hairs to those. You want to leave those. You want those to naturally be present. And this is an amazing transformation. This adds so much confidence to your look, and it's easy and effortless. The end result is so beautiful that everyone is going to be inquiring about what she did to her hair. And that'll be a fun, happy secret that she has just for herself. Because this will look like you visited some fancy salon and spent a wealth of money to acquire a look like this, when in fact you were able to do it at home in your own vanity. Voila. We haven't added any product. The luster of these extensions is amazing. It's not too shiny. It's human hair and it just has the perfect amount of sheen. It feels very supple. The hair is very healthy and it's just really amazing. And so as you could see, this is something you could easily do at home. And I'm gonna spin Katie around so you can see the finished look. Very natural, very amazing, very beautiful.